A different world. Fade in. Exterior, airport parking lot. Day. We hear the sound of incoming and ongoing commercial airlines. Next to a car are Rebecca Jones, 25, an independent living autistic woman, and her parents, Albert and Mary, in their 50s. Rebecca wears multicolored, weighted clothing with checks and circles. Her noise-canceling headphones rest on her shoulders, around the back of her neck. And her 100-pound golden retriever service dog is at her feet. Her father unloads her suitcases from the trunk of their Lexus SUV, an occasional car horn. 2 Air Force airmen in uniforms and duffels pass the family. Albert glares daggers at them.
Don't talk to strangers.
Rebecca rolls her eyes.
Dad, I've been talking to strangers all my life.
Your father means advances, Rebecca. People trying to get into your pants.
Stop treating me like I'm 6 years old. I know how to ignore them or say no.
And if anyone asks if you want to join the Mile High Club, just say no and say it loud and proud.
Let us help you.
Rebecca grabs the handle of a roller suitcase and picks up another large suitcase without wheels.
You wouldn't treat my brother this way.
We'll walk you to...
No, I'm going to do this on my own.
She leans into her mom and kisses her on the head. Her dad leans in and gets a peck on the cheek.
Don't forget the say it loud and proud part.
Exterior, airport terminal, continuous. Jonathan Banks, 30s, gets out of a taxi with a single suitcase. He sees Rebecca and her dog cross the drive to the sidewalk at the terminal entrance. She drags the roller suitcase with one hand and holds the other suitcase and her dog's leash with the other hand.
Need some help?
Rebecca, already in a foul mood, stares daggers at him.
Do I look incapable?
You look like you need 3 hands.
Rebecca ignores him and goes into the terminal. Interior, airplane. Later. Rebecca relaxes in a window seat with her sound-canceling headphones in her lap. Her service dog is at her feet. She stares out the window at San Francisco International Airport. Jonathan Banks takes a seat next to her. She notices him and squeezes her body against the fuselage to get more space between them. He smells his armpit.
Please don't take offense. I'm hypersensitive to touch.
I respect that. My name is Jonathan.
My name is Rebecca.
She glances at her dog.
This good boy down here is my service dog, Luke. I need him to take care of me. Are you comfortable sitting next to him?
So long as he doesn't turn into Cujo.
I may have difficulty communicating, so this will be my gesture when I want to leave the aisle.
She shows her fingers walking.
I'm autistic. If I slap you, it's only because I'm stimming, not because I want you to shut up.
Jonathan nods.
You may ask permission if you feel the need to touch me.
As soon as the jet engine comes to life, Rebecca puts the headphones on and reads a book. Jonathan takes out a cell phone. We see him touch the Google Voice icon.
Hyposensitivity and autism.
We see her smile. Later. When a flight attendant stops at the row ahead with snacks and drinks, Jonathan lowers his tray table, but Rebecca is oblivious. He waves his hands in front of her face and gets her attention. He puts all 5 fingers together and touches his mouth and mimics tipping a glass to his lips. Rebecca sees the flight attendant now at their row and smiles at Jonathan. The flight attendant passes a snack bag to Rebecca and Jonathan.
Something to drink?
Rebecca shakes her head.
Beer?
He hands the flight attendant his credit card. Rebecca has trouble opening her bag.
May I help you?
She doesn't hear him, so he waves his hand in front of her. She turns to him. He points to the bag.
May I?
She gives it to him, and he opens it.
Just to be clear, I am not joining the Mile High Club.
He laughs.
I'm not that easy. Takes at least 2 flights to get me into the toilet.
Later, passengers wait for the signal to deplane.
So what's your business in LA?
I'm trying to transition to getting off the plane. I have too much to think about. Can we talk after we get off?
Later, passengers deplane. Jonathan, with his carry-on, waits for Rebecca to get up.
I get off last.
He moves along with the passengers and keeps his eyes on her. She's not looking. Interior, arrival/departure gate. Later. Jonathan waits away from passengers deboarding and those waiting to board. Rebecca exits, but he doesn't see her through the crowd. Rebecca joins a male airline escort and leaves with deplaning passengers. Jonathan can't find Rebecca. He moves through the people coming and going. Interior, luggage carousel, continuous. Hustle and bustle as passengers retrieve luggage from different carousels. At one carousel, Jonathan spots Rebecca and Luke waiting for her luggage. The airport escort at the ready on the other side of Rebecca. Jonathan reaches to tap her shoulder, remembers, and stops. But Luke sees the gesture and growls. Rebecca turns to Jonathan, her expression guarded. She smiles.
Friend.
I've been looking all over for you.
Why?
Rebecca sees her bag go past and points at it.
We weren't finished talking.
The airport escort reaches for it, but Jonathan is quicker.
Thank you.
Do you need me anymore, miss?
She smiles at him and shakes her head. At Jonathan's questioning look,
Help from the airline.
Is someone picking you up?
I'm taking a cab.
Where are you going?
Westwood.
Me too. I'll pay.
We'll split.
I'm going there anyway.
Me too.
You're being stubborn.
When it suits me. I must let Luke run around outside for a few minutes before we go.
exterior, Los Angeles. Interior, taxi. Day. Rebecca and Jonathan in the back seat with Luke between them.
Where to?
UCLA University Apartments.
You can drop her off first. I'm in Westwood.
The taxi driver gets the taxi moving.
Is it okay to pet Luke?
Yes.
Rebecca and Jonathan each rub their hand over Luke's back. Their hands touch and quickly take their hand back.
When we first met, when I wanted to help you.
Oh, that. I'm sorry. I was in a mood. My parents infantilized me. I know they love me, but they just can't let go.
I have the same problem, sort of, with my father. He's a general in the Air Force.
Oh gosh, my dad hates the military, especially the Air Force.
One less wedding invitation.
She jerks a look at him, wide-eyed with a nervous stim.
Just kidding.
You kid a lot. When will I know you're being serious?
I'd rather keep you guessing.
Did you join the Air Force?
He insisted, but I wanted to go to college. And I didn't want to be like him.
He's that bad?
Just so serious and strict. He wanted me to be like him.
But you wanted to be like you.
You get me. I wish my dad did.
She looks out the window.
You seem pretty normal. Was it different in school?
She looks back at him.
I am normal. Just different from you.
Were you that different from the other kids?
School was painful. I don't want to talk about it.
Beat.
But since we're talking about it, this one time this kid told me his dad sucked, and I said that sucks, and he got mad at me, and now we don't talk anymore.
Do you always tell your life story to strangers?
She looks embarrassed.
I'm sorry if I made you feel uncomfortable. Small talk makes me feel uncomfortable.
Your parents didn't take you to doctors?
5 seconds ago I was normal. What happened?
He puts his hands up apologetically.
I have seen many doctors. Lots of misdiagnoses. I finally found out for myself that I'm autistic because I fell face first into a book about autism when I was 16.
Is college easy?
I transferred between 3 different colleges that didn't fit my needs.
And UCLA does?
It does. My first writer's retreat had actors doing scenes from our stories. I thought that's when I should smile or frown.
You seem to have it down pat now.
I still feel like things are really hard for me that are easier for other people.
She rubs Luke's head and neck.
Like, how can someone just walk into a room and talk and not have people get angry at them? They can go into this sensory overloaded room, with the loud and the smells and all the overwhelming. We've all felt that pain, except they don't seem to be in pain, and they act all calm. They don't even seem uncomfortable. It's like fake news. What are you, a superhero?
Yeah, no. I never felt that way.
And then because I feel that way, my parents are like, how are you going to hold a job or graduate school? And I'm like, I don't know, Mom. I'm 3.
That's not right.
Wow, perceptive. So when you were 3, could you hold a job?
That's not only heartbreaking, it's wrong.